Nightwing, issue 95. Tom Taylor writing with Bruno Redondo back on the art after an issue or two off. So this is exciting stuff. Blockbuster got his sister, Melinda.
Yep, the mayor.
In the last issue, there's some funny banter. Electrocutioner can't change the settings on his electric shocks, which seems a bit silly given that's his whole thing. But you know.
Yeah, but he's like, I have one job and that's to electrocute, so I only need one level. I thought that was real funny.
Yeah, but of course Nightwing, pops in and saves her. Big sequence of him jumping through the door and drop kicking whoever that other dude is in the face.
The other one.
Yeah. So he gets Melinda and they're on the way out and Blockbuster's like, "Oh, you're not going through me, Nightwing." He's like, "I guess I am." And that's when Melinda's friend Audrey runs into him with a car. This is very similar actually to a scene in the second Resident Evil remake. In Resident Evil 2, the game, where Mr. X is coming after Leon and Ada rams him with a car.
Yeah. It's a very good trope that they use in action movies a lot.
Yeah.
And it worked very well here.
He's a similar size though, which is I think what made me think of it. Yeah. So yeah, obviously Blockbuster's concerned that she knows too much, and we just see how far his reach is because the former commissioner, who's like, "I've got a lot of info on Blockbuster, and you're not going to get any of it unless I get full immunity." And it turns out the two cops that are interrogating him are corrupt and are working for Blockbuster and shoot him on the spot because he just said that he would give everything up if he gets immunity.
Bloodhaven ain't Gotham, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I think the cops in Bloodhaven are way worse.
Because 5 minutes later, Maggie Sawyer comes in and is like, "Wait a minute, who the hell was talking to him?" And she feels that she can't trust most of the Force. She's going to have to wean out the Force over time. And basically he's like, "Shit, we can't do anything." And that's when Melinda's like, "Hey, I've got something for you," and takes her to the roof where Nightwing and Batwoman are waiting. And he's like, "No, we actually have the info that the former commissioner said he had, because Melinda knows it all, and we have to take down all of his operations at the same time, and we can stop a lot of it." So this is a big issue. This is a big culminating issue for Nightwing working with the police to take down all of Blockbuster stuff. I love the reasoning for Batwoman being here because I saw her, I was like, "Oh cool, Batwoman's there," but it's like, oh, this is so that Maggie will take it more seriously because she has a history with Kate. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's really smart." I actually really appreciate that.
And I love what's the deal with you two? I was supposed to marry her. Oh, and just Dick, the awkwardness there. Was super funny. Yeah,
that was good stuff. And then obviously the Teen Titans, Dick's Teen Titans and the Bat family show up to be the help to go around and take all these things down. Because Maggie's like, "I can't trust most of my police force. Who am I supposed to do this with?" And he's like, "Oh, sorry, we've got people." So it's this multi sort of tiered action thing where there's a boat to take out, there's a plane to take out, there's a truck, and there's a warehouse full of money with Maroney sitting about
coming through. And then so they all split off to take him out at the same time. So I like that you got the Teen Titans going and taking out the shipment on the plane that left Bloodhaven. You have the Bat family going after the boat, right? You have Dick and that crew handling one of them. So it's I like how the art was structured there.
Yeah, it's a 2-page layout where just 4 very wide panels, sort of one by one. Wally's going after the truck, so you get a variety in each panel of just all these things happen simultaneously. And when Blockbuster realizes this is all happening, he wants to retaliate, and he fires a rocket launcher at Haven, the place for the homeless kids that Dick's just built.
He has no chill.
Oh, not at all.
None.
He is immediately on this warpath to show how dangerous he is. And then Oracle yells that Blockbuster's hit Haven. So he runs off there. He goes up to the Haven library where Blockbuster has 2 children in his hands. He's going to crush their heads if Dick doesn't put down down his sticks.
Isn't one of them the little boy that his dad got killed by Heartless?
That sounds right. It probably is.
Yeah.
So Blockbuster starts beating the shit out of Nightwing, and you see the mask come up, And the final page is that he sees who it is. He sees it's Dick Grayson, who Blockbuster's been pissed at for this. You know, this entire run. Blockbuster's hated Dick Grayson for trying to clean up the city.
Yeah.
So he says Dick Grayson, and the last panel is Blockbuster looking super pissed, like gritting his teeth, like he's ready to like kill him. I thought this was a fantastic issue that paid off like everything that's been doing up until now.
So good. And again, drawing the comparisons with Daredevil, right? That was very much a Daredevil Kingpin confrontation at the end.
Oh sure, yeah.
And like that's not a slight, because I love Daredevil. I love that the everything, the mythos behind it. And so the fact that that Blockbuster is a Kingpin like character, that Dick's attacking him from two fronts, right? As Dick Grayson and as Nightwing, and now he's kind of lost one of those, you know, because of this. And I'm sure Dick's gonna get out of it, right? Like how, I'm not quite sure yet. But his friends have been there the whole time, right? Like,
yeah, I'm sure they're going to pop in. I think what I love about this issue is, like, obviously it's paying off like everything up until now with Blockbuster, but it's Blockbuster immediately just like throwing a fit and just doing something as chaotic as, you know, taking a rocket launcher and then threatening to kill these kids so he can have a proper fight with Nightwing because he like you know, he's pissed at him now, and then realizing that this is who he's been fighting all along is a great cliffhanger. I don't know, everything about it just felt like, okay, this is like a nice big it feels like we're ending an act to this run here, before we maybe move back into like the Heartless stuff or whatever, depending how it's going to go. So no, I love this issue. Yeah,
a small little thing too is on that last page, as the, you know, as Blockbuster's looking at Dick, and you just get the oh no, just it's very small down near the bottom,
and the narration, and
the narration. So yeah, man, no, this was a really, really solid issue. Like this, Redondo's art's on point. The colors with the fire, like Blockbuster's already a shade of pink normally, so the way that the colors all bounce off of them in the fire with the shading and everything, it's, you know, really comes along. So and just with when, you know, he fires the rocket and just all the green and stuff that's in Haven, just the coloring on this is real nice. Goes with the Redondo real well.
Yeah, I also loved it when Melinda's taking Maggie up to the roof to meet Dick and Kate. There's a great little, like, the final panel on that page, you see like a bit of a cape coming in, so we know it can't just be Dick because, well, you know, like he doesn't have a cape. So you think, oh, Batgirl, maybe she's there, or maybe it's Batman's with him. But no, it turns out to be Batwoman. And I love the reason for it being her. But it was a nice little tease of like, wait a minute, this is, you know, I was expecting Dick. Why is there a cape there? So there was a nice little tease getting to the next page just to, you know, give you a little you know, bit of, I don't know, excitement.
And, you know, and I always, you know, people always are like, well, why do you like Nightwing or Dick Grayson so much? And it came from a thing that I remember Jeff Johns saying, is that really Dick Grayson's the cornerstone of the DCU. Is that he's kind of the character that Bruce always needed to be, to where it's like, yeah, Bruce has allies, but really outside of Superman, does Bruce have any friends? Where that's all Dick Grayson has. And the fact that he's so, like, he gets them involved to help him. Like, not that he needs their help, but it's just kind of like Bloodhaven's a lot to clean up, and he can rely on his friends to help, even if he doesn't want them to. And I like that they keep coming back in. I love that the Teen Titans keep showing up. The Bat Family, Wally, it shows why Dick Grayson's such a great character in the DCU.
I think this run is doing such a good job of being a continuous ongoing story, whereas you know, I feel like a lot of other runs right now feel they're just going arc to arc, where they finish the arc and then they start a new arc segmented. And that's it. This feels more like there's a sort of game plan thought out, where it's kind of like, you know, there's overlapping between the Heartless and Blockbuster stuff, and I loved their interaction when it happened a few issues ago, you know, with the going out the window and all that shit. That was great. So like, you know, this is great because it feels like a culmination of a bunch of stuff, and the cliffhanger is great, and this is a big game changer. You know, Blockbuster knows who he is, and maybe some magic character will be brought in to like wipe his memory or something, but I'm excited to see at least a little bit of Blockbuster knows who Dick Grayson is, and that's going to be how he targets him now.
Yeah, what also gets me too is that the mayor has the information now. If she can stay clean, because she was put in there by Blockbuster, but if she's turning evidence on him, they have stuff to put him away. So that might just be enough that he's just in jail and they have to just worry about him ever getting out or beating the charges or whatever. And that's why he's gone for a little bit. But yeah, him knowing that Dick Grayson's Nightwing is a problem, unless it's a Superman thing where he just lets everybody know. But I can't see them doing that.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll go that route. I don't know if Kingpin. Sorry, it's Freudian slip there. If Blockbuster will care about revealing who he is, like I don't know if it ever matters to him. Unless he just wants to piss him off. But like, I mean, well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But the cliffhanger is definitely exciting for next issue. Yeah. So. Is next issue when they finally take him down and arrest him, or do we spiral into other things? So we'll see. What are you giving Nightwing issue 95?
I mean, that's one of 9.5.
I was just gonna go straight 9, but yeah, that's fair.
It's really the Redondo art back. It's really nice. So and the story really hit, and it's like Nightwing's like a comfort food of a comic, but it's also a comfort food that's like good for you. So. It felt nice. Yeah, no, the run's barely missed a step since it started, and it's felt if you're a Dick Grayson fan, if you're a Nightwing fan, I feel like this run, like, I can't imagine how could be upset with it, because it's playing everything in the right way, and the way it tackles the character and how he interacts with the characters around him and the world around him, and like his heart especially, and like what he wants to do for Bloodhaven, all of it's been great stuff. So, and the fact that there's a big bad called Heartless out there, that the opposite of Dick Grayson. Nightwing's heart, So, because he is the heart of the DCU, and he's got a villain named Heartless. Yes, there's an irony there. Yes, very good. God, Tom Taylor's so good.